Good morning. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, and I'm continuing with our Holy Week devotions. Today I'm going to be reading from John chapter 13. This is the account of Jesus washing his disciples' feet. Now before the feast of the Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour had come to depart out of this world to the Father, having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. During supper, when the devil had already put it into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him, Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from God and was going back to God, rose from supper. He laid aside his outer garments, and taking a towel, tied it around his waist. Then he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and to wipe them with a towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, do you wash my feet?" Jesus answered him, "What I am doing you do not understand now, but afterward you will understand." Peter said to him, "You shall never wash my feet." Jesus answered him, "If I do not wash you, you have no share with me." Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head." Jesus said to him, "The one who is bathed does not need to wash, except for his feet, but is completely clean. And you are clean, but not every one of you." For he knew who was to betray him, and that's why he said, "Not all of you are clean." When he had washed their feet and put on his outer garments and resumed his place, he said to them, "Do you understand what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, for so I am. If I then, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have given you an example, that you should do just as I have done to you. Truly, truly, I say to you, a servant is not greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. If you know these things, blessed are you if you do them." So here we have Jesus setting an example for his followers, taking on the attitude and the actions of a servant. And as we think about Jesus doing this for us, his whole purpose in giving us this example was just to be that, an example that we would follow. So as we think about Easter Sunday coming up, as we think about spending this week reflecting on who Jesus is and what he's done, let's not let this example be ignored or disregarded. I want you to think about ways you can serve those who are in your life. You know, many of us are home because of the coronavirus and maybe spending some time with family that we haven't been able to spend recently. And it'd be a good opportunity to think about, how can I serve my family members? What can I do for them that maybe I normally don't do that would be of service to them? Or maybe you think about others, those of our church family, or maybe other members of your family that you don't live with. I know we're under a lockdown, but there are ways we can still serve others. You know, if you call people, maybe you don't normally call because you're so busy. Now you've got a little bit more time. Give them a call, check on them, see how they're doing. Offer to pick up groceries for someone who maybe can't get out themselves. There are so many different ways we can serve one another. But let's follow Jesus' example. Let's serve as he served. God bless you.